Hi everybody! Today we're going to be making a stir fry out of some ramen noodles. So first we're going to get the ramen noodles going, and then we're going to add some vegetables to it, and we'll add an egg to it so that we get some extra protein, and then some seasoning. So you're just use what you have. If you have baby corn, if you have bamboo shoots, if you have snow peas, if you have other vegetables that you would like to throw in there, wasabi peas, anything that you like, throw in there for some extra nutrients. And then for the sauces, I use soy sauce, and then if you have any sriracha, you can use that if you like it a little hotter. This is soy vade teriyaki. I usually get the soy vade very teriyaki, but Kroger didn't have any, so this is what I'm using. And then this chili garlic sauce is delicious. It does add a little bit of heat. You may or may not have these things, and that's fine. Just really seriously use what you have. If you have soy sauce and that's all, that will be perfect. And then I add a little honey too, just to make it a little sweeter. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is cook our ramen noodles. So I have a microwave safe bowl. You're going to put some water in it, and then I'm going to break these up because I don't want big, long, stringy things in my stir fry. So I'm going to break it up. Make sure that the water is covering all of the noodles, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Vegetables. And I'm going to save this chicken flavored seasoning packet. I will use that with my spices. Okay, so any big chunks I'm just going to go in and break. And my hands are clean. I did wash them before I started. And all of my vegetables have already been washed as well. Okay, so I'm going to get some water. Okay, so I'm just making sure that all of my noodles have been covered in water, and that's going to go in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Okay, while that is cooking, I'm going to cut up some broccoli. And I don't need a whole lot. I'm just going to cut it up into some bite-sized chunks. Just be careful of your fingers when you're cutting up your vegetables. Okay, and that looks pretty good for me. I'm going to go ahead and cut my green pepper. And I'll probably use about 1/3 of the green pepper. But when you cut green peppers, the whole inside is full of seeds, and so we'll have to remove those. And then when you're cutting, it's important that you don't cut, let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to cut it in half for right now. I may as well use half of the green pepper. I'm just going to cut some of this out. You can actually just pull it with your finger if you wanted to. Okay, so when you're cutting, you want to cut from the inside. You don't want to cut from this side because your knife will slip on the slippery outer part of the green pepper. So cut from the inside out. And green peppers are not hot. They don't have any heat to them. They're just sweet. They're bell peppers. And again, just bite-sized pieces. All right, and then the next vegetable we're going to use is an onion. And I'm going to cut the end off of the onion. That's going to get thrown away. Okay. And I'm just going to use about this much onion, but you use what vegetables you have, and whatever you like. If you like a lot of onion, put a lot of onion in there. If you like a lot of bell pepper, put a lot of bell pepper in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and saute my vegetables. So I have my skillet here, and I've got my olive oil. So I'm just going to put some olive oil in there. And I'm going to turn it on to medium heat. And I'm going to put my veggies in. Okay, so I'm going to let those saute for just a little bit. And I bought the shredded bag of carrots because I didn't want to have to shred it myself. But you could just cut up carrots finely and put those in there. And I like carrots, so I'm going to put a bunch in there. I'm going to add one other vegetable, I guess. This is baby corn. I like it. It's funny if you've never seen it before. It looks like a little corn on the cob, like so, but I think it soaks up some of the flavor, and I like that. So I'm going to add a few of those right in. So make sure the spatula that you're using isn't going to scratch your pan. So this is a non-stick pan, and I'm using a silicone spatula. If I used a metal spatula, it would scratch at my pan and I'd never be able to use it again. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of the seasonings in, and I don't really measure this. It's just kind of to taste. So I'll start with the soy vade teriyaki, and you have to shake it up really good because it's got a lot of stuff that settles. Okay, so I'm going to add this chili garlic sauce. And I will add some soy. And this is the low sodium soy, but use what you have. I'm going to add some honey. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to add some of the sriracha sauce. And I'm going to add the chicken flavor. This has a lot of sodium in it, so if you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it at all. You can use some of the packet. I like the flavor, so I'm going to use all of it. And I'm going to let that cook just for a minute until all of the vegetables are softened up a little bit. and the baby corn will really soak up a lot of that flavor. I'm going to drain my ramen noodles that were in the microwave. Okay, so my ramen noodles are ready. They're drained. And I actually reserved some of the water. That's starchy water, so if I decide that I need more water in my stir fry to make it a little juicier, then I would add some of this. And I went kind of heavy on the vegetables because I like a lot of vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and dump the ramen in. Stir that all around, let some of the ramen noodles soak up some of the juice. So if you don't prefer an egg in yours for that extra protein, you're done. This is ready to eat. You're good to go as soon as the vegetables are softened to the way that you like it. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you're going to push everything to the sides. You're going to make a little room in the middle to crack your egg. I'm gonna go ahead and bust the yolk. You can see that the egg is starting to cook. And make sure there's no slimy egg white in there, egg yolk. You want to make sure that's cooked solid. So you can see these pieces here, these are cooked already. That's what you're looking for, something like that, something that's solid. And I have enough liquid in here, so the liquid that I had reserved, I'm not going to use it. You may decide that, you may end up using it. It just kind of depends on what seasonings you have and what vegetables you've used. All right, so it looks like my egg has cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything up. And that's it. You have a very nice stir fry ready for a family meal or for a lunch or two. Just nice and easy, and it's not very expensive because we're using the ramen noodle packet that's like 25 cents a packet. Anyway, all right, I hope you enjoy.